Hi guys, welcome back to the Yorkshire Modeller. We are now on to issue 3 of the Ferrari F40 Compitizione from Panini Collections and Centuria. So with issue 3 we get the front spoiler and the first tyre. And it says here, with the spoiler included with this issue, you can complete the front section of your Ferrari F40. So that's this part that we did with issue 1, which will be attaching on there, and then a couple of the other bits that we'll be attaching as well. We don't actually do anything with the front tyre this week, but I think we will be doing next week. But you can see it's got the Michelin logo on. It's clearer on one side than the other. See if you can... but you can't make it out very well on there. No, kind of. So yeah, you've got the Michelin logo there, and you've got some foam just inside here, so that's obviously just to keep the inside protected. But so that's the tyre. Nothing to do with that this week. But what I'll do, I will get the camera pointed down to the table, show you what we get with issue 3, and we'll get it all built. So with issue 3, we get the actual spoiler itself, which has been kind of painted to look kind of like carbon fibre, which is nice. Then we get 2 tie rods, which are these 2. I like the way they've put them all in like little Ziploc bags as well. Then you've got an eyelet and 5 type A screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you actually get 5 screws in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there are 5 screw holes, so you'll need to be careful with these. Obviously the bag itself's labelled with an A just there, but just be careful with these so that we don't lose them. So now if we bring in the part from issue 1, so we've actually got the front of the car, the instructions say insert the eyelet in the hole as indicated by the arrow. You should see how it looks in the close-up. So if we get the eyelet, which is just that little bit there. Now I'm assuming that we don't need any glue for this, because it doesn't mention about gluing anything together. So let's have a look. So it should go in. Just hold it properly for you. So it goes in that way round. So the flat part should go at the bottom, and it's going into, on the front of your vehicle, that little hole just there. So hopefully that just pushes in. Take this off here. Actually, see if I can give it a good push. So if we line that up. Well, it's a very tight fit if it's going to go in. Which it doesn't look like it is. Let me get this attached and then I'll be straight back with you. Okay, so be really, really careful when you're pushing that in. I've pushed it in a few times, it just seems to keep coming out, and it doesn't seem like it's a very, very good fit. But it's in and sorted there. So that's the actual eyelet itself attached. So that's that bit done. It has just taken me about 5 minutes to get that attached properly as well. So really, really take your time with it. Just keep pushing it straight in, so it's kind of going in sort of like that against the bumper. Because if you push it in an angle, you're likely to snap it, and it could cause a lot of problems. So the next parts are the tie rods, which are these 2 pieces just here. Now these have an upper and a lower, apparently. So it's trying to find out which one's which, but they do have slightly different ends. So one end is slightly longer, which is that one just there. And the other end is short and square, which is that one just there. So it looks like, according to the pictures, the long, thin end is at the bottom and the other end is at the top. So long, thin end at the bottom, other end at the top. Right. Okay, so next then, insert the lower ends of the tie rods into the spoiler holes. So on your spoiler, you've got a couple of little holes, so let me see if I can tilt this into the light better. One there, oops, sorry, one there, and one just there. So if we get these in the right way round, which would be right. I may have been telling you a porky. Looks like the square ends are the ones that go into the spoilers. So they're like that. And attach the spoiler to the nose by inserting the upper ends of the tie rods in the corresponding holes in the nose. Check that they fit correctly. See step 5. You won't need to use glue. So let's see that this fits in here. So now these two ends of the tie rods, one there and one there, are going into the two holes at the top up here. So one up there and then the other one just there. So I'm hoping this all lines up properly. It looks like it should do. That'll line up properly like that. Line up a bit like that. Put that one in there. Put that one in there like that. There we go, so that's in. So they're all attached. And then turn the spoiler over and use 4 Type A screws into the highlighted holes. The spoiler is now firmly joined to the nose. So it looks like you do get an extra one because we're not attaching all 5 in this issue. So that's nice and quick. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got the right head on for these. Yeah, that's fine. So if we hold all this together, there we go. So the 4 holes that we're screwing in are that one there and that one there on both of the sides. We don't attach the one at the front there just yet. So if I just pop this down here like that and get these screws, and then we just screw this in. That's one. And same thing I've done on the Bismarck when I've been doing that one. Just screw in the opposite side first. That way you keep the tension the same on both sides. Yeah. That's 2. That's 3. And 4. There we go. Right, so there we have the front of the car all completed. So yeah, that's the very front of the car all completed there. Now I did have a bit of an accident on this screw here, so as I've screwed it, you probably won't be able to see it very well, if at all. But as I was screwing it in, I heard it crack, and that's just the plastic of the spoiler that just cracked as I put it on. It's still got, because it's all screwed in and that screw's pretty tight, it's all still attached and that's not going to come loose anytime soon. But you can see there it looks, now it's all head on, looks really good. So that's it for issue 3. Issue 4, we get the front rim, hub, ring nut and 4 Type B screws. So obviously I went through that one with you all last week. And then issue 5, we get the brake disc components of the first wheel. So that's all in there as well. So yeah, coming along nicely. Issues 1, 2 and 3. We've got the very nose of the car. We've got the driver's seat with all the eyelets in, and we've also got the first tyre. So obviously this will be attached to the parts that we get in issue 4, and then that's it, that's all done. So yeah, that's everything done for this build on the Ferrari F40. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness. And until next Friday, happy modelling, guys.